Alright, boys and girls, welcome back to the Mike Papa Milsurp channel. We got some heavily shellacked Mosins here today. This one's still got the tag on it. I don't even know if I've ever shot this gun. Little Sullivan Auction Company. We got the M44, and I believe this is the M53. I'm not entirely sure. 1943. There's all the arsenal markings for this guy. Well, Mosin carbine action. These are barely short enough to fit in a modern rifle case. This one specifically has got some cartouches in the stock. Got a stock repair, so these are probably arsenal refinished post-war, and were set in some deep cave for a long time before it was imported in the United States. You can see the 1943 machining, kind of a suggestion on surface finish. Got some more stamps there. Tangent sight is a little bit shorter than the full-size Mosins. It only goes to 1,000 instead of like 1,800 or whatever. Whether that's meters or arsons or Schritt, I have no idea. Got some stampings on the barrel bands. Looks like the Ishev's arsenal. And the classic hooded front post of the Mosins. Cleaning rod action. Pretty much a complete gun. Pretty cool. Got a couple dings and dents, especially with this shellac. Oh, they got something in the finger groove too. That's weird. That shellac just chips and looks like doo-doo. I don't like it being shiny anyway. It's basically like a mirror finish. You can see all the reflections in it. But it was probably cheap. Oh, there's another stock repair. This thing's probably seen some shit. And of course the infamous slap open Mosin bolt that they stole from the French. A very unique safety. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah! Oh, almost got it. Yeah! Safe. Yeah. Oh, they had to have really strong striker springs for all their shitty steel ammo. And then here's the one that most people want, the M44 with the fold-out bayonet. So you got to pull back on this little spring-loaded plunger, and that folds out. Same thing. It's been refinished, sanded, probably satin somewhere. That looks almost intentional. Somewhere forever. Ooh, we have a 5. Look at that. These are pretty much good to condition Mosins. Stock repair in the same spot. This one's a 1944, so both of these are wartime guns. This one's got a different crest over the top. That's a Soviet crest. The other one had a laurel. And both of them are import marked on the same side of the receiver. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. I just realized I filmed this whole thing in the wrong direction, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Force matching. On the bottom metal, we've got some more stamps. Oh my goodness. Stamps for days. See the toes beat up a little bit. Pretty neat gun. See the butt plate's even force matched. Cartouches everywhere. I could go in depth with this kind of stuff, but I find it very boring, and I find most people watch my channels find it pretty boring. You can see the stock is inlaid for the bayonet, so if you tried to throw one on this gun, it would work because this one's also inlaid. But they must have just ran out of bayonets, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, this one's got a butt pad serial number as well. It's got some cartouches back there. And then the bottom metal that I forgot to get. So yeah, pretty cool guns. We're just going to shoot them 50 yards because I think it's fun. Making use of my cigar boxes. So we got 2 types of ammo today. This stuff I'll obviously not be shooting at steel because it's usually got steel in the cores of these. This is some Cold War surplus, looks like. Comes in the spam cans that are paper wrapped like this. Bulgarian surplus, annealed steel, copper washed. And then this is a 174 grain interlock with 45 grains of tack, probably going 2,600, 2,700 feet per second out of these guns. Of course, the astute amongst you will know that this is a 311 diameter bullet, not a 308. 303 British, this stuff, the 77 Japanese are all metric 30 or 30 cal, so they're 311 instead of 308. So, if you're looking to reload this stuff, you should probably know that. I managed to remember my hammer and punch because usually these sights are never on. Shoot the M44 here first. I doubt I'll get this charger clip to work, but we're gonna try it. I shoot this steel stuff out of both guns at 50. See where they're hitting. And of course, to take the bolt out on these, just pull the trigger. Borlick's superb. And this stuff out of a full-size Mosin is going almost 3,000 feet per second for a 174, which is just smoking. What most people don't realize is this thing has as much case capacity as a 30-06, which is crazy. See how bad the trigger is. Oh yeah, look at that striker move. That's actually not bad. I've shot much worse. Alright, is this gonna work? No. Oh hey, that's the smoothest clip I've ever used. That's a Circle 10 clip. These are very expensive. That's like $10. Oh, yeah, Mosin things are happening. I'm not prepared for this kind of tomfoolery today. Alright, see how we do. The thunderous report of the 54R. It's actually a good bolt too. Woo! Fireball. Well, it hit the berm. That's a good start. Wow, the sights are actually kind of on. Left side of the middle diamond, I think. Do some slow-mo here, see if we can catch this fireball. Well, that was fun. This thing actually doesn't recoil too bad. I think I've made mention in the past, these lighter guns, it actually allows the muzzle to flip, so the recoil doesn't go straight back into you, like the full-size Mosin, they're too heavy and they go right in your shoulder. It's actually not bad for shooting mock Jesus ammo. Try this one next. I gotta say, this is the best stripper clip I have. Alright, right target. Not a bad trigger. Fireball. This thing is insane. It's got to be the two best triggers and the best running actions of Mosins I've ever shot in my life. Then again, I don't even remember if I've ever shot them before. The zero's pretty close. Looks like the one without the bayonet, the sights are graduated for like 300 meters, 400 meters. M44 is pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and tape them up and we'll shoot the reloads and see if the point of aim changes. That's pretty good. This is a Mosin Nagant. So these, the problem is you get rim lock real easy. So you have to throw the rim all the way back and then push it down. Just like that.
Okay.
Now you should just aim right as belly button, it should hit. You gotta be rough with it. You gotta hate it. You gotta really hate it. Slap that hoe. There you go. Mosin Nagants are renowned for having terrible bolts.
And then safety?
The safety's off, but this is the safety if you want to know how bad the safeties are. You just pull the striker back and rotate it.
Oh, geez.
And that's safety off. Yep, just aim at his belly button, it should hit. Just take your time with the trigger. The triggers are also dog shit. Yep, just right over his head. Slap that hoe. Right over his head.
So I gotta aim at the nuts for me.
Yep. Probably have to aim underneath them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. Aim at the nuts. Cool.
Yeah, they're neat. That's a 174 grain bullet going 2800. Yeah, a lot of hate. It's like 30-06, only worse.
I mean, that's what the 55 PMC bronze goes at 28.
Yeah, it's over 3 times the weight going fast.
Damn.
It's a big bitch.
Cool.
The amount of times John and I meet here, unintentionally, is impressive. Glad I got to shoot one of these. He's not really into the milsurps, but he's got enough money that he could be. Alright, we got my horny interlocks that I'll probably never buy again because spear bullets are way cheaper. See how these group at 50. Still stout recoil. These are going a little bit slower. I do have raised primer pockets, so maybe I loaded these a little hot with that. I think it's tack. At 45 grains of tack with the 174 is a little spicy. So these might be going 2800. That brass is expensive. Come back. That gun runs really good. This is what I'm talking about. That primer around the firing pin punch. It's not flattening out. You can see there's still space between the primer and the pocket, but you can see the raised portion around the firing pin. That's about as hot as you'd want to go with that load. And the bayonet boy. It's very difficult to find a Mosin that runs as good. I don't know if the carbines got more attention or what, but these are the only two I've ever owned. Actually, no, I've sold 2 of these. That's a lie. And I don't really remember how the other 2 shot, but they don't shoot as bad as the normal service rifles, I can tell you that. And this Bulgarian Circle 10 clip is just the best. So. Away we go, target on the right with the M44. Boy, this trigger sucks. This Sweet. Show you guys the difference between the steel case. So I remember buying this steel case stuff. You used to be able to get it at Dunham Sports in Peoria, Illinois. $100 for 440 of these bad boys back in 2015. And now it's like $1 a round if you can find it. Here's that raised primer I was telling you about. That's about as hot as you'd want to go with that load, but see the annealing mark on the copper wash stuff. The difference in the beveled rims from the Privy Partisan to the thicker steel. But yeah, these Privy Partisans, I think I bought all the ammo new and just shot it a bunch. This is probably the third time it's been reloaded, maybe second. But I don't buy brass. It's just ammo that I've shot and reloaded the brass a bunch. Back when this stuff was 75 cents a round, not $1.25. Alright, let's go check those targets. Yeah, I thought I downloaded the ammo, but apparently I was wrong. Downloading it will bring the point of aim down about a ½ inch at 50, but it's not as much as it probably needs. So it looks like the M44 is shooting about the same, just barely left of center. And then the Type 53 or whatever the other one is without the bayonet, you can see it's still printing high, but less high than the other ones because the other three were up here and we had one missing on paper. So it must be slightly downloaded from the mil-spec stuff. But the M44 with the reloads, if I just tap the front sight to the right, it'll bring the point of aim to the left. Okay, so I need to tap it left. That's the one I yanked. Tap it left to bring the point of aim right, and it'll be right on with those reloads. And honestly, it's the exact same point of impact as the Milsurp stuff, which is pretty cool. Sweet. See how it does at 100. All right, I tippy tap the front sight to the left. You can see the little brass mark. We'll see if it's on at 100. All right. M44 sight adjustment. Aim dead center, and we'll see where the impacts go. It might be just a little bit high. I mean, right in the center of that big grayed out area that no one came in. Away we go. Carbines 0 for 100. Big fan. And the one without the bayonet. I want to aim at the belly button for this one because it's sitting pretty high. Basically, the bottom of the steel is where I'm going to aim. Man, I miss the smell of shooter's rolled tack. A little bit to the right. So still hitting right, apparently. Oh well. That's pretty sweet. There you go, internet. Mosin carbines. Pretty trick little setup. Definitely gonna shoot a 2-gun match with one of these. This one's actually zeroed, so it's probably gonna be this one. Leave the tag on it, makes you cool. Thanks for watching.